Hi, my name is Ajay Parge. I am founder director of Digital Art India Private Limited and Qubit India. We had been doing 3D visualization for architectural industry for last 30 years. Started in 1994 and have witnessed the entire all these years how this industry has grown. For any real estate projects, what we usually do? So, we usually do like renderings, we do walkthroughs, cinematic films nowadays, or a location film. And throughout all these years, the quality of renderings and walkthroughs have started becoming like more photorealistic, more and more better and better. But I strongly feel these are all your marketing material. Means you can just put a hoarding of your image on the roadside, make a brochure. Your customer will look at those images, he will come on site. Usually in any developer site, they have an AV room, they will show a walkthrough. But all these are marketing material to pull your customer on site, to mesmerize him. Once he gets mesmerized, he is not going to sign a check and he is not going to take a decision after looking a walkthrough. So he is definitely going to sit next to a sales executive after that. And what tool we had been giving to a sales executive throughout these years is we had been giving him a brochure. Nowadays, like a coffee table brochure, or even nowadays few developers are doing like a touch screen, but again a brochure on that, zoom in images and zoom out images. I strongly feel whenever a sales executive starts explaining on a brochure, he leaves his customers 90% of the time on visualization. Customer has to visualize whatever he is saying. For example, in a brochure, he will open and he will say, okay, sir, this is your 4 BHK apartment in building B, 5th floor, garden facing. Everything he has to visualize. If a family, a husband and wife are sitting, both will visualize as per their past experiences. A sales executive will show a master layout showing a north and he will show a sun path like this and he will show, okay, sorry, this is your apartment, ये आपका east वाला apartment है, यहाँ से आपको बहुत अच्छा sunlight आएगा, so and so. Customer don't understand what you are talking about. East wala hai, west wala hai, and all those things. So many times customers takes decision of buying a home on his gut feeling, or he after maybe 30 minutes of detailed explanation, he might not buy a home. Or he will buy a home, he will go back, some of his friend will say कि अरे क्या लिया, उससे अच्छा better product बाजू में था, so he will come and he will cancel. So that's a very common practice happening throughout. We had been witnessing to many developers of this, and so we thought, can we do something where a customer can understand a product not 99% but 100%? Can he take the decision not on his gut feeling but actually understanding a product in a detailed way? So post RERA, which is what had happened is whenever we get any drawings from architect consultants, we create 3D, and whatever we show in an image or a hoarding, a developer has to build also in the same way. He cannot change anything at all. So we thought, why not show the building from every possible angle to a customer in the best possible scenario was our main concept. So about a year back, we started a new startup, Qubit. This is it is registered under Startup India, and we started working on a tool. And for first 6 months, we worked on this tool. We named that tool as Navigo tool. And then we tested with few of the developers, and we got some amazing results. Would like to show you how this tool actually works. So let's go and have a look at this tool, Navigo. So when we decided to launch this product, so we are calling it as a product and not as a service. Why product? Because this includes a good number of hardware. We decided it shouldn't be shown on a small laptop or small screen. It has to be shown on a larger than life screen. Also, sales executive who is standing and explaining to a customer who is sitting there in the sofa, he should have eye-to-eye contact. He also should get a bigger vision of whatever he is showing. And this is on a 4K projector. Customers can look on a bigger screen. So even when we thought of designing a kiosk for it, it should be very, very fine designed. So we designed this kiosk by our heart. We really spent a good amount of time in designing in this kiosk also. We're calling it as a Navigo kiosk. So let me start with this presentation where as a sales, now just visualize you are a customer and I'm a sales executive and I'm trying to explain you a product. You're not seen a brochure, anything like that. Let me start. So when you start a Navigo, so you see this image of a project, and usually they must have seen this type of image on a brochure or something. But now with this touchscreen, I'm just moving around and I can show this project from every possible angle. You see on the top left, there is a compass. In India, Vastu is very important. Everyone wants to buy a home, maybe looking towards east or west. They're very particular about how to buy which apartment facing which directions and all those things, and which is very confusing many times. So here, if you look at this building, this is an east-west facing building. When we we are asking developers, architects about what are the USPs of this project, so he said, okay, this is a east-west facing project. So every apartment will either have early sunrise sunlight inside or evening sunset sunlight inside. So how to explain that? Now you look, and now you can see there's a west at the back. I move around, you can see southwest, and this is your south and southeast, and this is your east. And I'm also able to move this sun position in real time, and I can show exactly at what time your sunlight is going to hit your building and how the sciography is going to play around. So if someone wants to buy an apartment which is west facing, he can immediately understand, okay, what west facing is. Also, this project is exactly placed on like Google Maps, where which is the latest updated Google Maps, and we are also doing 3D scanning of the cities and putting the building exactly there, so a person can understand neighborhood also in real time. So I click on bird eye view, and now you can see this entire project and his neighborhood. I can move around and I am able to see the project with detail. I can move sun position and I can show exactly how this is happening. I go close to elevation, and for any real estate project, the first challenge is to sell a location for any real estate project. Means, for example, if you are talking about specific area, in which area that project is, on which main road, which sub road, near metro or all those things, those are most important things. So usually what we had been doing is we had been showing like a typical location map on a brochure, which is like to show it clean, we make it very clean drawings, and many times we don't write correct things. We might write like, okay, 5 minutes away walking distance, 10 minutes walking distance and all those things. But see what we created. I click on nearby, and now we added layers of information on Google itself. So these are like curated layers of information. For example, what are the important landmarks from the project, like 1 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer ke range mein kya hai. And we are divided into like projects. Projects is like, you can see the developers projects surrounded. I can click on, for example, hotels. So why do we decided to stick on Google is very simple. People see Google day in, day out. You cannot edit Google. Google Maps has created authenticity. So when I start showing you on Google, I don't have to tell my customer this is a true data. He will immediately understand, he can relate that, because even while coming on this site also, he might have used Google Maps and came here. So he can relate whatever I'm showing. So if I click on any hotel, and if I click on, for example, Urban Foundry, you can see exactly that curated information like that hotel, and you can get the information. Now same way, if I click on network, so we added layers of information of road network, which is also very important. How you're going to reach project, which are your main road, sub road, metros, future roads, everything can come here. Then comes your ultra experience. Now we are talking about some amenities of the project. Now we have seen elevation, your compass, surrounding, neighborhood, connectivity. Now let's explore amenities of the project. So we have amenities like there are like ground amenities, and we are at gate. So this is your gate. So instead of showing just an image, I can actually move around and I can show how that area is designed, how this gate also is going to be seen at different time frame. This is your driveway. We are at driveway. Then we have a water body over there. I can actually drag and move around, and I can show how that driveway is also. Then we have parking. You can show parking, lobby. They have a jogging track over here. You can see this jogging track. Then they have lobby view. They have their lobby. Click on lobby entrance, and then this is their lobby. And I can move around and I can show this area in much detailed way. So they have many amenities on 14th floor, and you can see all these amenities in this way, where I can go close to this area. Like this is the chess area, this is your sitting, carom area, then they have table tennis, multi-purpose hall, and showing this way customer can understand these spaces in much better way than just a 2D plan. And if I want to see this same spaces from eye level, I can click on indoor eye level, and camera goes at eye level, and we can see all this area like from eye level, and you can see these spaces. They have lift lobby over here, then they have sitting area and all these areas. They have sky amenities also. Click on sky amenities, range of sky amenities. I can click on pool view, and you are at pool view. You can see pool at different time zone also. So now, once you have seen the amenities also, now comes question of buying a home. So I strongly feel home buying is an emotional decision. If a customer is connected emotionally to a product, he will buy a home. So unfortunately, we never show customer his home. We always show him like a generic home. We show him a show flat, which is like a show flat. We'll tell him, okay, this is a show flat, your apartment will be a shell. We might show him like this is a left side वाला apartment है, आपका right है. You visualize everything in mirror. ये 4 BHK है. Now ये आप visualize करो, यहाँ पे door नहीं आएगा, ये 3 BHK आपका ऐसा आएगा. So customer has to visualize his home, and he hardly gets connected to a product. So that's why whenever he might buy a home, so आपका whenever an RCC happens, the customer will come, he will go on that RCC slab, and he will try to connect with that product कि यार मैंने जो decision लिया है वो correct है या नहीं है. So see what we created. We created an tab called inventory. So they have like, these are two towers, A and B building. I click on A building, and if I click on A101, now I can see exactly in this building where this A101 is placed. I can see my compass, I can see the building, I can see surrounding, neighborhood and everything. Click on A102 and I can see exactly A102. Likewise, I can click on any apartment. For example, I click on 902, and this is your 902 apartment. And if I'm happy with this apartment, I can click on cut section, and entire building gets cut. And you see your apartment not isolated but with layout. For example, this building has like 4 apartments on each floor. So now you can see this, where is your lift lobby, where is your apartment, what are your surroundings, on which floor, what are the views, and everything you can see in detail. And if you want to see this plan in detail, we click on gallery, and you can see a 2D floor plan also, where a sales executive can explain about all detailings about the drawing. So we feel this is also very important. So in the entire process, we don't want sales executive to open a brochure at all. So that's why we added this gallery image also here, where he can explain everything. And once he is happy with 902, we can go to go live, and we can actually click on 902, and we will be inside 902 and not a generic flat, exactly inside your 902. We click on living and living 01, and we are inside living 01. This is living 02, and you move around. Then we have a balcony view, and click on balcony view. For example, we make a sample flat, show flat, but we can never show exactly what view you are going to get from your balcony. You cannot show that for every customer. Here, for example, we are at 902 and move around, and I can show exactly from 902 what view you are going to get. Actual view. I might click like the topmost floor 2102, and now I am at 2102. I click on balcony view, and I am on 21st floor of the same building. So not leaving customer on visualization, not in grays, show him exact product. So if he likes, he will buy. If he is not liking, he will not buy. So that's the way we created this tool. Those are the all main features of our Navigo. Thank you.